This is Fano with An Hour with the Wolfpack, and this is day 28 of my segment Stepping Out of Babylon. Today's date is February 18th, 2016. And today I did the normal diet in the morning. Started my day off kind of late. So I had some soup that I made, the beef vegetable soup. And then I went to do some things. Then I got a kombucha when I was out. And then I got home, I took a nap. And then I woke up, had a bunch of different types of water and stuff, and ate an apple with some nut butter. And then made a tea, and then I just did my normal nighttime diet things. Oh yeah, and today my weigh-in, it was, since this is my third weigh-in, or my fourth. Should be my fourth weigh-in. I weighed 178. So when I started off, I was 191. So my goal, I kind of feel like my goal that I want to do is 185. 165. But I think I'm going to go to 160 and then maybe just bulk up to about 170. Might try that out. But so far in almost a month, I almost lost over 10 pounds. So that was about my usual what I lost. It took me about 6 months to lose 60 pounds. Losing about 10 pounds a month was my usual. But I guess beyond that, as far as addictions and things, I don't know, it's really not that bad anymore. I really just think the first few weeks are pretty intense. And then after that, it's pretty smooth sailing. At least for me, because I just think about well, if I cave in now, then it's going to take me another X amount of days to be back where I'm at. So, that motivates me to not cave in. Plus, then I just think about hangovers and being dehydrated. I'm just no, thank you. And the trippy thing is a lot of bad foods, a lot of sugary stuff makes you dehydrated. So that's another thing. And then just bad foods in general, especially when you eat clean a lot, you're always just have energy, or you don't really feel like you're drained from eating. And then when you eat something that's heavy and basically fake, it drains you, then you feel that difference and you're just oh shit, I'm not doing that again. So like I said, that's why I'm all about 80-90% of the weekly eating good, and then you have that one meal to kind of remind you how bad it feels. Thought wise and stuff, I don't know. I just been working on projects, but I was watching some things today about just people. I'm not gonna say what I was watching, but it's just people online that they're known online, and I don't really know if they're acting or not acting. I would imagine they're acting, because a lot of these people, they're famous for what they portray, and then they keep that image, and they just get more popular. That's why people watch. They become a character, so that's why people want to watch them. And it's just weird though. The more clean you get, and you watch stuff like that, you're what is all this really about? Because these people are just like making fun of each other, or they're making fun of like groups, or they're just making fun of themselves. And what really trips me out is like people, like none of these people are like healthy either, which is kind of crazy. What I figure out is like a lot of the humor people watch is just from sick people, and so it's kind of sickening, like watching a sick person make jokes and then sick people think it's funny. I don't know, but then a lot of people will go like, "Well, I'm healthy and I eat right," but they still drink or smoke or like stuff that I learned about like health, like even tattoos are really bad. And a lot of people have tattoos, and it's not that like the tattoo itself is bad, it's just the ink they use. And like there's like real ink you can use that's not really that bad for your body, but a lot of the ink they use has mercury in it. So they say like a majority of people that have tattoos are just basically giving themselves mercury poisoning, and mercury is like super toxic. But even if it's not mercury, you're still putting something on your skin that's permanent, which is weird. And your skin is the largest organism on your body, and it's absorbing all that stuff or trying to figure out how to get rid of it. So I don't know, like tattoos look cool, but it's just at the same time that I don't really see how it's healthy for people that have tattoos. But I mean, I guess if it makes you happy, then cool. But I notice a lot of people have a lot of tattoos, like eat pretty bad, or they just look unhealthy, or they're just energy wise, like kind of mean or something. And then on the other coin of it, I really ran into like a lot of like super, super, super healthy people that have tattoos and things. I mean, I'm sure there are, but I just haven't seen a lot. But I guess the other thing I'm trying to say is like people that say they're like vegan or vegetarian. I watched this one guy and he's like a psychologist, but he talks about all these like videos about I guess like it's like philosophy. But his whole thing, he's like a vegan, and I'm cool for that. Like that's cool. But the kind of trip about it, what I wonder if he's like a hardcore vegan. I think if you're a hardcore vegan, then you're just like a raw vegan because you eat everything in like raw. I think when you're a vegan, like you can literally eat vegan cookies. Like you can pretty much still eat sugar. You can have vegan pudding. There's a lot of vegan stuff you can make. I think when you're like a raw vegan, you're basically eating raw food. So it's kind of hard to make like a cookie. So I don't know, but he just like preaches how like being, he's been vegan for X amount of years and it's awesome and stuff. And cool. I think that's cool. If you like do that, makes you happy, I'm all for it. But I wonder how much sugar the guy eats. I mean, it looks healthy, but I still wonder. But that's my whole thing about my debate on a lot of diets is a lot of them are like they sound great, but they're pretty flawed. And I know like people, I mean, if someone was like a raw vegan or just even like a vegan for a majority of the week, that'd be great. But I guess like the biggest thing, if I could say like the biggest thing, something that people could just take out all man-made sugar. I don't even care what you eat. If you eat meat, you don't eat meat. You just want to be on a plant-based diet that's cooked plant-based, raw plant-based. Like it doesn't matter. Just literally take out man-made sugar, which is pretty much cane sugar and all the sugars that are not like real. Because this one guy describes how, God didn't make the, a cane sugar for everyone eating like high doses. Like it came from the cane sugar was a stick. You can't eat the stick and get that much sugar, but through a way of processing, now they can give people all these sugars, which is like basically poisoning your body. And the guy explains beyond that, like, think about how wonderful God or the earth or whatever produced, like, sugar's okay, but eat it in like a strawberry if strawberries grow in your area. Eat it in an orange if oranges grow in your area. Eat it in wherever, because your body can only take in so much fiber, then it will stop from eating a lot. So in theory, you can only take in so much sugar because it'll just be in the fruits and different things. And you're not going to consume like 10 oranges at once. You might have like one or two, maybe three. But there's still only so much sugar in that versus the man-made sugar that they can just throw in a drink or something. So that was my little ramble, but so I'm gonna end it like that. And this is Fano with Stepping Out of Babylon. This is day 28, and today's day is February 18th, 2016. And I hope everyone lives with love and compassion. And if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to love anyone else.